Welcome back! Today, we are diving headfirst into the absolute shit show that was adventure number 4 for our favorite band of, well, let's call them morally flexible maniacs. We're talking about a heist that went completely, beautifully off the rails.
So, last time, if you remember, our so-called heroes torched an inn after a less than successful robbery. This time, they're just committing a good old-fashioned home invasion. They're on the hunt for this stolen artifact, the Withering Fist, and their only lead points them to a hideout for the Shadow Thieves of Am. Should be a simple smash and grab, right? Yeah, right.
So, the setup was supposed to be simple. There's interim contact was like, hey, find this hideout in the dock ward, get the fist, get out. You know, a nice, clean, professional job. And I think we can all see exactly where this is headed, can't we? So after a group investigation check that was, and I'm quoting the DM here, pretty mid, they actually managed to find a sneaky little side window entrance. And Jinkle, being the only one with a functioning brain cell sometimes, disarmed a poison dart trap at the front door. You know, just in case they needed to run for their lives later. Then they heard voices inside, which of course means it's time for some classic 5-star high IQ D&D tactical planning.
And folks, this is the exact moment where any and all pretense of subtlety was just yeeted out the window. Look, a normal party might try to listen in, maybe create a clever distraction, but not these guys. Oh no, they operate on a completely different level of just beautiful, beautiful stupidity.
And believe it or not, for a hot second, they actually came up with a solid plan. I mean, it was after a whole symphony of failed perception checks, but they finally figured out there were 3 guys inside just playing dice. So the plan was simple. Make a little noise, lure them out, and then bam, ambush.
And then we have what I like to call the Farquaad method. While everyone else is trying to be sneaky and get into position, our boy Farquaad just decides, nah, patience is for chumps. He picks up the nearest table and just fucking throws it straight through the door. A door, mind you, that was unlocked. As you can imagine, this immediately kicked off a brawl with 3 very, very surprised thieves.
So they dispatched the first wave of goons, mostly thanks to Farquaad literally cleaving one of them in half. But a wounded thief manages to run off to the next room to get backup. So, okay, our heroes got to advance. They have a perfectly good, if a little splintered, doorway to walk through. But come on, that's not Farquaad style, is it?
Oh no, he Kool-Aid mans it. He literally smashes through the wall right next to the doorway he just created. A move of such breathtaking tactical genius, it left everyone, including the Dungeon Master, just speechless. He made a new door, for no reason. And that, my friends, is when the real bloodbath began. So, with stealth now just a distant, hazy memory, the party just goes full-on murder hobo. They systematically and brutally slaughter every single living thing in that building. It stopped being a heist and became like a home renovation combined with an extermination.
But the absolute highlight, the peak moment of this entire slaughterfest, came from the most unlikely person, Burlaka, the party's cleric. Our supposedly holy man rolls a glorious natural 20 on his attack and delivers a kill that will go down in history.
Yeah, you heard that right. That mace lands squarely between his legs and just rips him all the way up to his sternum. I mean, wow. A truly holy act of divine intervention that I am sure his god is just immensely proud of. A mace-based vasectomy followed by a full-on torso bisection. Praise be indeed.
So, finally, after wading through what I can only imagine is a whole lot of entrails, they reach the boss's room, and there he is, a tough-looking bastard guarding their prize, the Withering Fist, just sitting there, temptingly, on a pedestal. The stage is set for an epic showdown.
And while Farquaad does the sensible thing and just charges in to fight the guy head-on, Faerûn decides he's gonna pull off some slick, ninja-level shit. He's just gonna, grab the artifact mid-fight. What could possibly go wrong?
Well, attempt number 1 was a spectacular failure. He tries to ninja roll behind the boss, but fails his acrobatics check. Then he tries to grab the fist, fails his sleight of hand check. The boss literally doesn't even stop fighting Farquaad. He just casually swats Valendric's hand away like he's a fly. Just pure, unadulterated humiliation.
So what does he do? Naturally, he tries again. And this time he fails so badly that the boss actually stops fighting the giant barbarian in front of him, turns around, and just beats Faerûn unconscious for being such an annoying little shit. He had to get healed by Burlaka just to get back on his feet.
So, with Veilrex effectively put in the timeout corner, the rest of the party just dogpiled the boss until he stopped moving. Farquaad, of course, finished the job by chopping him into 3 separate pieces. Efficient, brutal, job done.
So, the hideout is cleared. It smells vaguely of ozone and ruptured organs, and Veilrex finally gets his gross little prize, a gauntlet that's literally made of decayed human flesh. But as they're looting the final room, they find a very, very interesting note.
It's this cryptic little clue on how to activate the artifact's true power. Now, this could be a metaphor, right? A riddle, maybe some kind of spiritual journey of purification. But Veilrex, being the incredibly well-adjusted individual that he is, takes it completely, horrifyingly, literally.
And this right here just says everything about this party's priorities. You've got Jinkle, who wants to find the Anaric Desert. You've got Farquaad, who wants to find some shiny red rocks, pretty standard D&D stuff. And then you have Veilrex, who immediately escalates things to find an innocent noble's wife, brutally murder her, and then bathe in her blood to activate my cursed flesh gauntlet. Oh, and he also wants to frame a Beholder Guild for it. I mean, that's efficiency, people.
And that is where we leave them. Our heroes have their cursed artifact, a brand new lust for bloodshed, and a complete and utter disregard for the law. They are a ticking time bomb of poor impulse control, ready to be unleashed on the city of Waterdeep, and I, for one, absolutely cannot wait to see what happens next. So, what could possibly go wrong?